Hey guys, just a couple little fitness tips here on how to motivate to train during the end of the year. I know a lot of you guys are going to have New Year's resolutions and things like that, but I think it's really important to train the way you normally would on a regular basis. So especially whatever you're doing at this time of year actually can help set the pattern for what you'll do for the rest of the year. So a couple tips. I know I covered a few different things last week. Being accountable, making sure that every time that you train, that one person knows that you are, going to be there to train, even if that's a teacher, someone like me, or another friend. However, today I want to talk a little bit about tips in training in the kitchen. So portion sizes. A really simple tool that I use is that whatever I can hold in my two hands. So my hands, as we all know, like your hand is roughly the size of your heart. Your two hands is a good portion for size control of how much food you eat. So for me, like when I have cereal, honestly, I don't even eat two hands full. I actually eat less. When I eat lunch or something like that, if the sandwich is, as long as my whole arm, I know that's probably a little more than I need to eat. So, there are two elements to fitness. One is just feeling good. Like I've been teaching these classes for a long time, but lately I've sort of stepped it up. Last night when I went to bed, I felt like, did I take a shower or a hot bath or something? I realized I hadn't, but the yoga had actually made me feel so good that I actually felt like I'd taken a warm bath. So also, considering the benefits of portion control as well, you might find that your energy level is much, much higher. So you may not be able to train as much towards the end of the year because of a lot of different factors. Maybe some of them don't apply to you, but I think, having to go out and shop and get stuff, even online, takes time. And for whatever reason, we do set these different timelines that, towards the end of the year, I remember in my yoga studio, very few people would show up between December 15th and January 1st. Of course, around January 1st, everything got crowded again, which is interesting. But anyway, I don't want to ramble too much. Portion control. Pay attention to your size. The calories, obviously, a handful of chocolate is going to be way more calories than, let's say, a handful of salad or broccoli or something. That being said, you don't have to train as much as you would if you are watching your portion control. So we have a saying, if you don't train in the kitchen, don't bother showing up to the mat. Although I have some issues with that statement as well. But I do agree with the sentiment of it. You can only burn off X amount of calories. So you might as well do the combination of both. Even if today, let's say you have your 3 square meals, but perhaps you could cut back on the size of each portion. If you consider this, the hands rule, again, like a little mound and what you could hold in your hands, that's a really good place to start. I don't get too much into the different things to eat because, as many of you guys know, I'm not a nutritionist, and I never want to be in this position where suddenly one of you sees me eating a slice of pie or something and say, well, wait a minute, you're eating pie. But what I do want to focus on are the fundamentals of portion control. So consider that. Consider, too, that the American diet, whatever size meal you're having, it's probably twice the size or 3 times the size of what you need. The average human being needs between 2,200 and 2,500 calories per day. So anyway, things to consider, and don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the button below, and I'll see you all again soon.